Hi Gemini, welcome to September. This is Teresa from Tarot by T. And before I start your reading, I want to call in some good energy. And let's see, what do we have going on this month? We have a full moon in Pisces on the 14th. Saturn goes direct on the 18th. And then we have a new moon in Libra, which is favorable to your sign, on the 28th. So let's see what the cards have to say. What does Gemini need to know about love and relationships for the month of September 2019? What is coming up for Gemini for September 2019? What does Gemini need to know about love and relationships? The Hermit, the Tower, the Five of Swords, the Seven of Swords, the Four of Swords, the Hierophant, the Moon, the Strength card, the Five of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Okay, so in September, I feel like you're going to be like, well, the Hermit card is a card of taking time out to think, because you're going through some major changes in your life. With the Tower, you're thinking about restructuring your life along a new path. The Tower is about breaking things down and rebuilding. And the Hermit is like you're kind of pulling back from socializing. And you know, Gemini is a very social sign. All the air signs are. But Gemini loves to be around people and talking and communicating and telling stories. But in September, I feel like you're going to be more like the Hermit, because you have a lot of things on your mind. And your life is changing in a lot of ways with the Tower. You may feel like you're at ground zero and you're rebuilding. Maybe for some of you, you've come out of a relationship that was very difficult. Because the Five of Swords and the Seven of Swords, that energy is it could be toxic. It could be that you're dealing with someone's hostility. You might even be dealing with someone who you felt like someone was trying to take something from you, or not being honest and transparent with you. Because the Seven of Swords is the sneaky energy, the thief card. It could be that someone wasn't telling you the whole story. And this might have come as a shock to you, because you had faith in this relationship. And this message, it's not for everyone. This is a general reading, so it's not like everyone's going through this. But I feel like this is specific for someone. That you're waking up to, you're seeing someone in a new light. If you were confused or if you were deceived by someone, it's going to come out in September. And that may change the relationship drastically. And so with the Hermit card, you're really thinking like, okay, what do I really need? You might maybe you're in a relationship that's become oppressive. It's like you're going through the motions. And you're trying to make it work, and it's just not working. And with the Seven of Swords, it's like you're sweeping things under the rug. You're not facing the truth. But the Tower brings truth. It brings changes, but it also brings truth. That's the lightning bolt. The lightning bolt is the illumination. It's waking up and realizing, having this like aha moment where you realize I have to change my life. I have to make major change. And it may not even be like ending a relationship. So for some of you, it might just be, I have to change how I approach relationships. Maybe there's something within yourself you haven't been seeing. And the wake-up call comes and you want to rebuild. But before you can rebuild, you have to take time out to process everything that you've been through. And that's what you're going to be doing in September. Because you have the Four of Swords here. That's a card of healing. Taking time out to heal. To think. To reflect. You're not ready to... I mean, you will come back into action. You will come back and socialize and everything. But you have these wounds that need to be healed. And the Hierophant is in your near future. So you might even go to someone for advice or for help. You need someone's wisdom at this point. I feel like at some point you may not even know what to do or what to think. So you're searching for like truth, for some type of path, some type of wisdom. And the Hierophant is often a spiritual guide, a spiritual teacher. Someone you go to for like support. Someone who helps guide you out of the chaos. Because you have the Moon card here. This is a card of confusion and illusion. Like you're not sure what's real. You may have come through a toxic relationship. And when you come out of a toxic relationship, sometimes you don't even trust your own thoughts. You don't even trust your own belief system. You're like, I don't even know what's true. I don't know what's real. If you've been gaslighted by someone or been manipulated by someone, you just can't even trust your own judgment. So you might be seeking advice in September and guidance. Like, where do I go from here? The Strength card is here. So this is a card sometimes like someone needs counseling. You could even be dealing with someone who has anger issues and they need to learn how to balance their emotions. So if that's not you, you could be dealing with someone who's kind of emotionally unstable. And they just need help. They need guidance. They need counseling. That would really help them. Because this person doesn't know how to get their needs met in a normal way. They have to like create a big drama or a big angry battle to get their needs met. So that could be you, or it could be someone you're dealing with. Most likely, I think it's someone you're dealing with. And there's also, you're feeling kind of lonely. Like you have this Five of Pentacles. Things might be changing. Things are changing with the Five. You might be worried about finances. You may feel like you've been cut off and left out in the cold. And feeling a little bit insecure, like, I don't know, if fear of rejection. So you're not, like, you're trying to build up your self-esteem, build up your sense of confidence in September. Now, this card could also represent, the Hierophant can represent the sign of Taurus, because the bull. So there could be a Taurus person that could be in your future that could help you heal. And also a fire sign. Here's this, the Queen of Wands. So there could be some people that are there for you that can help you out of the chaos, can help you find yourself and find the path. But I don't know if you're ready for that yet. You do want to do the right thing. You want to follow a traditional path with this. The Hierophant is, you might be looking for some type of spiritual path to make sense out of your life, to give your life meaning. And maybe a relationship that is more traditional. You're wanting, a commitment. The Queen of Wands if you're dealing with someone that represents the Queen of Wands, she's very very honest, very outspoken. She goes after what she wants. She's not afraid. She's not a shrinking violet. So you could be meeting someone, if you're not in a relationship, if you've just left a relationship, you could be meeting someone like the Queen of Wands who can help you heal from the past. If you are in a relationship, the Queen of Wands can represent you needing to take charge of the situation. So if you're you're going through a difficult time with someone, you need to step up and take charge. You need to be the leader. Maybe you're dealing with someone that needs help, and you need to take charge and see that they get that help. But one thing I can say about the Tower, it never takes away something that you need. So if you lose something through the Tower, it's really preparing you for a better path. It's taking away something that you should have let go of, but you haven't. So if you've been clinging to something that's not working because you're afraid to let go because of maybe financial reasons or insecurity, whatever kind of insecurities, the Tower can just take it away, because it's like the universe is saying, okay, enough. You need to grow. You need to change. You got to stop playing this movie. You need to be on the right path, and we're going to just make it happen, because you're not making it happen. Let's see what the astrology has to say. So yeah, you have a full moon in Pisces that goes from... The moon is in the 10th house, and the sun and all these planets in Virgo are in the 4th house. So this is angular, this full moon, so it's going to be significant. It's going to affect your home life and your career path. With the moon and Neptune in your 10th house, you may be feeling a little bit confusion about your life path. Like, what do I want to do with my life? Neptune in the moon is very intuitive, and it's being sextile, it's being supported by Pluto. So you're seeing things, it's giving you that insight. You're seeing the truth about your life path, or your it could even be a career situation, because the 10th house. And that's causing you to realize that you have to take action. Jupiter is in the 7th. So that's bringing you opportunity in terms of partnership. But this partnership is creating a conflict between your career and your home life, because it's a T-square. In your 4th house, you have Mars and the Sun. So maybe you've got things to take care of at home, and it's interfering with your work. You have Venus and Mercury in Virgo in the 4th house. Maybe you're having to, there's communication that has to take place with your home, within your home. Someone could be, Mercury in Virgo can be a little bit critical. Venus in Virgo can be a little bit picky. So you could be having some arguments at home, and it's affecting what you're doing at work. It's affecting your relationships. But you have Saturn and Pluto in the 8th house. So Saturn's, if you need any kind of financial support, Saturn in the 8th kind of restricts that. It's like if you're trying to get some kind of loan, or it could be if you're married and you're in a relationship and you're depending on a partner's income, that may dry up. That might not be coming. So there could be some financial instability if you're depending on a partner's money, or some type of payout or insurance payout. There could be a hold up with that. So it also could mean blocks to intimacy. That you might be dealing with issues around intimacy, and how close do you really want to get in a relationship. And so that could be an issue that comes up at this time. Now, Saturn's going to go direct on the 18th, so that as Saturn moves out of your 8th house, that will help your financial situation. Then we have this new moon in the 5th. So if you're ending a relationship, sometimes Pluto in the 8th can represent an inheritance. So something could be ending and you get money coming in. But then you have the new moon in Libra in the 5th house. So there could be a new romantic partner at the end of September. It could be a friendship that turns to love because you have the Chiron's in the 11th house. There could be someone that you know through groups that you belong to. Maybe you join a group for healing. But you have Venus in the 5th and you have the Sun and the Moon in the 5th and Jupiter in the 7th. So I feel like there could be, after this Tower event where you're releasing a toxic relationship, you have an opportunity for a new beginning with this Libra moon. It could be either a new relationship or even a new career path. Because maybe you're like learning to have fun again. The 5th house is the house of children. You could be thinking about having a child. But it's also the house of creative self-expression. So maybe you're starting a new project that you really you're enjoying because it's allowing you to express yourself. And that is going to have a healing effect on you. It's going to help heal everything you've been through. So you could be playing music, doing art, writing creatively. Because you do have some stuff in the 12th. You have Uranus is in the 12th house. And Uranus is in conjunct this moon. So there are some things that you need to free yourself from, some psychological patterns, some old karma. Uranus is coming along to wipe the slate clean. But you may be shocked by what comes up with Uranus. But there's a great potential for healing because this new moon is opposite Chiron. So reach out to your friends, reach out to the groups around you. And somewhere in there is the potential for romance. Somewhere in your environment. You could have a new love. You could have either, if it's not a new love, it's a new creative project. But you need healing at this time. You have to release the past and let the Tower, excuse me, let the Tower take away what's no longer serving you so that you can get on the right path. So that's my forecast, Gemini, for September. I hope this reading was a help to you. I hope you enjoyed it. For those who are new, welcome. For those who have been liking and subscribing and commenting, thank you, because I read all the comments. I really enjoy reading them. And for those who've ordered readings, I appreciate your support. Thank you. And if you'd like a reading for yourself, if you'd like to go deeper into your own personal situation, click on the link in the description box and you can get on my schedule and we can work together. In the meantime, Gemini, don't be afraid of the changes. It's going to lead you to a better path. So enjoy September, and I will talk to you again next month. Okay, bye now.